mission statement. Game 1 set up the narrative, but this is Game 2. Will the story continue or will we have a twist? This is the All-Filipino Quarterfinals of the PVL, the heart of volleyball. Secured their spot in the semis, and today we'll find out if we'll complete the cast or go to a do or die, as you see Jovelyn Gonzaga on your screens. The quarterfinal continues here in the Inare Center in Antipolo City, as we have the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles taking on the Petro Gazz Angels for our first game, and later on the Cherry Tigo crossovers versus the 10-time champs, the Creamline Cool Smashers. Thank you for joining us on Filipinas Live app or on One Sports Plus channel 261. My name is Franny Reyes, joined by Denise Dinsay and Ayel Estranero, as well as Coach Jerry and Coach Koji Suzabara for your double header on this very fine Saturday afternoon. Denise, Ayel, welcome. I know you've done 10 sets already. We have more to come.
I'm pretty much excited for this match.
A lot of people are excited for this match. We've talked to a lot of the players, both from ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles and the Petro Gazz Angels, and they just can't wait to get it started. And I'm sure our audience feels the same way, but let's give a quick recap on the matchups. The Elite Eight for our quarterfinals, Ayel.
Right, just a reminder for everyone, this quarterfinals is a best of 3 series. As you see the matchups on your screens, but 2 teams have already secured their tickets to the semifinals, the Chocomucho and the Cari, after sweeping the respective opponents. Creamline won their first game, looking to close out earlier, but right now, ZUS Coffee versus Petro Gazz. A big moment for ZUS Coffee, looking to close out today against a veteran team in Petro Gazz Angels.
And speaking of big moments, the PVL has had a lot of big moments, but none bigger than the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles with their upset win against the Petro Gazz Angels. And the question is, will they be able to replicate the same amount of fire, purpose, and passion in the second game? And they were burning hot for that first game in the quarterfinals, Ayel.
I mean, the ZUS Coffee was definitely too hot to handle last Tuesday as they swept the Angels in 3 sets, giving them their second loss this conference. The Thunderbelles had the balance, efficiency, and scoring as 5 players were in double digits. Montañedo has to be credited with that, but it was an all-around game for ZUS as they outscored the Angels, and blocking Petro Gazz could not find their momentum at all. So no room for a slow start here for the Petro Gazz Angels if they want to extend the series.
Caffeine overload for the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles, but they have some space for some extra whip. A lot of the players really contributed to the amazing play by the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles. You have Mitch Gamit, Chini Arroyo, and Clo Mondoñedo.
Yeah, I mean, the 3 players really did shine with their stellar performance, but everyone, it was an all-around game for them. Mitch Gamit had crucial blocks and service aces. Meanwhile, Chini Arroyo was fearless, breaking through the walls of the Petro Gazz Angels, but Clo Mondoñedo was the engine that kept her team steady and confident. But as you mentioned, is it a question of can they sustain and get back into that intensity and consistency?
Well, Franny, what's the answer to that?
Well, I did talk to Clo and Montañedo. I asked her what worked well for Game 1, and she said it was practice plan plus puso. And that's something that I think solidifies or really signifies the rookie eagerness that we see from the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles. Clo told me that they weren't rushing, they took it a step at a time, they just wanted to play together and play well. And really, it was that heart that took them all the way to 3 sets over the Petro Gazz Angels.
Now, ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles were able to contain the Petro Gazz Angels as a team, but they were not able to contain a couple of players. You have some standouts, none other than Bagyong Myla Pablo. There is no stopping this woman.
Oh, I agree. I mean, the resurgence of Myla Pablo has been a big asset to the system of the Petro Gazz Angels this conference. 14 points for her, although she wasn't as sharp in their last game, she still managed to score in double digits. Myla Pablo and Brooke Van Sickle will be again in the forefront of the offense of the Petro Gazz Angels, but they need more support, especially from their middles.
And who will that support be, Franny? Who are the teammates that you think will be able to step it up for today's game too?
Well, we have to start with the team captain, Rem Palma. She did admit that the blocking was missing from the Petro Gazz Angels, but for Rem, she told me it was all about 3 R's. Reflect, recover, and reset. They have to watch and reflect on how they played in the last game so that they can recover, accept the mistakes that happened, and they can reset in preparation for game 2. She told me that they did not play the Petro Gazz Angels way. And earlier I talked about rookie eagerness. Right now, the Petro Gazz Angels have veteran experience, and she did remind me that they have been in this situation before. Against Signal in the semis in 2022, they lost game 1 in 3 sets, but they took game 2 in 5 sets, and they have that experience in their back pocket, and they're hoping and relying that that will help them in today's game.
Well, when you've got 2 stellar teams, you've got a premier matchup coming in, and that's what we have for today's game. It's going to be Chai Troncoso against Brooke Van Sickle.
That's right. Chai Troncoso and Brooke Van Sickle came into that match last Tuesday with the mindset of a winner, giving their all in every aspect of the game. Chai Troncoso has finally got her confidence, playing for ZUS Coffee, 14 points, 51.7 reception efficiency. Meanwhile, Brooke Van Sickle, as per usual, has been the main option for the Angels offense, always carrying the bigger load in scoring.
And we also want to know what our audience thinks of this matchup. We want to know how they're feeling every set, every attack, and how can they do that, Franny?
Well, they have our live question for this game, which is which team captain will help their team take game 2? Will it be Chloe Montonedo of the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles, or will it be Rem Palma of the Petro Gazz Angels? Let us know below the stream on the Pilipinas Live app or using the hashtag PVL2025. A lot of things that we're going to find out today. And Ayel, I want to know how many more sets you will be covering.
No, let's not call it, guys. Let's just, enjoy the game. Will the Thunderbelles really deliver the final blow, or will the Petro Gazz Angels keep their hopes alive for the semifinals? Let's find out. Game underway.
Is malaking tulong talaga na a-adapt ng mga ibang mga bata din para mag-improve pa. Game against PLDT. Good pass ng Tia! Isa pa, Bobby Block. Nice one! Good timing, darling! Nice block! Solid block! Overpass. Trigalo. Nice one, darling. Perfect. First impression ka talaga kay Thea nung pumasok ako. Sana may ganun akong height kay Thea. Performance naman ni Thea, nung nag-start siya talaga dito sa ZUS, meron siyang standard sa self-care. Ayun niyang parang mag-maintain lang siya doon. Gusto niya mag-exceed pa siya doon. Though meron siyang mga struggles. Pero kasi si Thea, nakilala ko siya na lagi siyang nagtitake ng mga advices ng ate niya. Ate, tama ba yung ganito ko? Ate, anong gagawin ko dito? Open si Thea para sa mga suggestions sa kanya. Ang pinaka-improve talaga ni Thea, yung mas naging solid talaga siya sa blockings niya. Kasi kaya niyang mag-one-on-one block. Matured in a way na alam niya na yung role niya, na isa na siya talaga sa binabantayan sa team namin. Isa siya sa scoring player talaga. Thea, I'm so proud of you kasi ito na, nagbubunga na yung mga trainings natin, overloads natin. So, hindi pa siya perfect, pero we're almost there, darling. So, alam ko naman na kayang-kaya mong gampanan yung role mo na pagiging Achi after this season kasi I know madami kang natutunan this season and yun yung dadalhin mo next season natin. Love you, Tay!
Ako ko tong kuhan ko, baka mamaya madap. Wala.
Sabi daw, baka palitan ko na lang daw yung mic. Kasi...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Premier Volleyball League 2025 All-Filipino Conference, the heart of volleyball. Live at Inaris Center, Antipolo is day number 4 of the quarterfinals round, a best-of-3 series, match number 85 between Petro Gazz Angels and the winner of Game 1, ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles.
Walang power or walang gumagana kahit Carlo, kahit yung power. Sili.
Presenting our officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Herbert Matematico, ABC International Referee. Second referee, Mr. Angelo Hao, ABC International Referee Candidate. Let us meet the starters. First, for Petro Gazz Angels. Let's call on their team captain at number 9, Remy Palma. Wearing jersey number 10 and birthday celebrant, Brooke Van Sickle. At number 13, MJ Phillips. Jersey number 15, Myla Pablo. At 17, Chi Saet. Jersey number 20, Jonah Sabete. Their starting libero, number 23, Baby Love Barbon. With their head coach, Koji Chuzurabara. Now, calling on your ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles. Let's start with their team captain, number 8, Floan Mondoñero. Jersey number 1, Michelle Gamit. At number 3, Thea Gagate. Jersey number 5, Lodine Troncoso. At number 10, Chini Arroyo. Starting libero, number 14, Dolly Bersoza. At number 9, Gail Pascual. With our head coach, Mr. Jerry Yee. This match is under the supervision and regulations of the Games and Amusements Board. PVL, All-Filipino Conference.
And there you have it. Good afternoon. The battle continues here in Game 2. ZUS Coffee brewing for a win, determined to stay in the fight, while the Petro Gazz Angels are ready to redeem their wings. You're seeing the starters for the Petro Gazz Angels and for the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles. Now, just to give a quick refresher, yes, that was Jonah Sabete playing, saying yes to the call for Game 2 of today's game, playing for the Petro Gazz Angels.
A big game here for both teams. ZUS Coffee just one game away from their first ever semifinals appearance, but you know, the Petro Gazz Angels, they would want to extend this series.
And who wouldn't? That loss of the Petro Gazz Angels against the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles, they were saying it was tough, but it's nothing new. They know how to bounce back from it. The same way they're bouncing back right now from that play. Gagate. When she's up front, Ayel. Oh, man.
She's very difficult to defend because of that length, but also because of her quickness and her volleyball IQ, making her a very lethal middle blocker.
And I love how she really challenged the libero with that quick attack. Van Sickle, meanwhile, breaking down the triple block in the net.
Talking about challenge, she will be the player on the side of the Petro Gazz Angels that will try to challenge the scrappy defense of ZUS Coffee every single time she goes for that swing.
Gagate. Oh, too wide on that one. But you know what they say? Because they are the younger team, the fire is really burning. And the tempering is needed. But right now, it's worked so well for them. That's the reason why they won the first game against Petro Gazz Angels.
ZUS Coffee has been pretty steady here since the play-in tournament. As service ace there for Chisaet.
And I was able to talk to Joy Dacoron a while ago. Actually, dapat si Jonas Abete yung kakausapin ko. But we respect superstitions and beliefs during game days.
Right.
So ang spokesperson po ni Jonas Abete was Joy Dacoron, and she said they really look to sila Mami Saet for the veteran leadership. Like, for these moments. Ball still alive.
Scrappy defense there.
Saet, free ball.
Long rally.
The sickle, block. Again to Brooke. Down the line.
And this is going to be the most important thing for the Petro Gazz Angels that they did lack in the game one against ZUS. The patience. So there was that one timeout where Remy Palma, their team captain, said, kailangan natin ng pasensya kasi hindi sa first attempt mamamatay yung bola. And right now, they're keeping up with how quick ZUS is playing. But Chisa there with a service error, but still a good start here for the Petro Gazz Angels.
Good is an understatement. It's highly charged right now. The crowd is different. You can really feel the tension.
Right, the intensity.
Exactly. Energies are so high immediately. And first point for returning player Jonas Abete, who's playing her first game for 2025.
Yeah. Big one for her, and it is a statement that Coach Koji wants something different here, hoping that Sabete can be that difference maker here for the Petro Gazz Angels.
And sabi nga ng teammates ni Jonah na she couldn't have come at a better time.
Oh, yeah.
They really needed her support for today's game.
They need her because ZUS Coffee has all the weapons that they need. Each player playing their role perfectly, especially from game one.
And you gotta admire the way that ZUS showed up this tournament.
Yeah.
Like really forcing errors on Petro Gazz Angels that usually is done by the more experienced and veteran team.
ZUS Coffee has surprised all of us with how they've quickly built their chemistry this conference.
Mondoñedo setting it up for...
And that girl, Chai Troncoso, has been an important piece here for ZUS Coffee.
Great hit from Troncoso, who had attack error early on in the set. Saet, Sabete. Saet backsets again to Sabete this time.
A great set there coming from Chisaet. As much as you want to only give one blocker into your attackers, talking about Petro Gazz, because you saw it in the pregame earlier, 11 kill blocks for ZUS Coffee.
What a deadlock here, 6 points for both teams. Service error from Captain Rem Palma. And we're seeing a couple of service errors from the Petro Gazz Angels.
They want to serve strong here. They want to put ZUS Coffee out of system because their middles has been so good. Talking about Mitch Gamet and Thea Gagate.
Good serve from Troncoso. And an off-speed attack from Phillips gets the job done.
MJ Phillips being activated there in the middle. Ito yung kulang from Petro Gazz in that game one, the activation of the middles. If they get the contribution of Remy Palma and MJ Phillips, that's gonna be pretty solid for them.
Wow, strong attack from Troncoso from the back. Great floor defense by Petro Gazz. And blocking as well, Pablo. Oh, just finding the holes for the team as we go to our first timeout.
First technical timeout. 8, Petro Gazz Angels. 7 ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
Welcome back to the Inaris Center in Antipolo, where the Petro Gazz Angels inched ahead 8-7 against the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles. And speaking of the Petro Gazz Angels, I want to talk about our birthday girl, Brooke Van Sickle. She talked about game one, how it felt like the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles punched them in the face. They got stunned and they didn't punch back. I know it sounds a bit violent, but it's just the perfect way to describe how the Petro Gazz Angels reacted to the Coffee Thunderbelles after that match. And throughout that match, really, she said that today it's important that they come out guns a-blazing, fully aggressive, because the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles have a very scrappy defense. They will challenge every point, and it's important that the Petro Gazz Angels remain composed and that they don't stop trying to score. Now, we also see Jonna Sabete, who is back after 2 months. She also has another spokesperson in Nicole Tiamzon, who said that her offense and defense comes at no better time than today's game. Back to the panel.
Grabe, daming spokesperson ni Sabete. That the teammates ready to answer for her. Like, they're probably just thinking, don't talk! Leave it to us, we got you! But I hope also the audience were able to take a quick breather after the timeout. Action-packed first half of the set, but now, fresh off a timeout, you've got a Petro Gazz Angels instantly rejuvenated. They're on a streak, and let's see if the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles will be able to break it. Joust at the net with Chi Saet emerging victorious. Timeout called by Petro Gazz Angels. By ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles, rather.
Pag after ng whistle kasi serve ka agad, kaya tingin ko yung kaya. Masyado ka. Go, tubig yan. Let's go, Angka. Bumalik ka, kailangan ka nito. Shells. Basa depensa, basa depensa, basa depensa. ZUS Coffee needed that time to regroup and restart because it has been a 5-0 run so far for the Petro Gazz Angels. Getting this 4-point lead so far, Petro Gazz Angels having the better momentum here.
And we saw ZUS really struggle after the timeout, from the service to the reception, even the joust and the net.
And right now, another free point here. The Petro Gazz Angels. Stational error called at ZUS Coffee.
And Coach Jerry not looking happy compared to how happy he was when he watched the replay of the first game. Sabi nga niya, what a wonderful replay to watch. That was supported by Franny. Myla Pablo, though, cross-court attack, increasing the lead between the two teams. That spike of the set brought to you by Duncan. Pasalubong ng bayan.
Explosive attack there coming from Myla Pablo. We're not seeing the usual scrappy defense from ZUS Coffee that we actually saw in their past few games. Credit to how aggressive the offense is of the Petro Gazz Angels.
Jovelyn Gonzaga checking back in. And Gamit finally stopping that 7-0 run of the Petro Gazz Angels.
That could be an impact play here for ZUS Coffee, giving them more confidence here because we saw some doubts on their faces earlier after a few errors.
And I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but after the entrance of their Ate Jovi, iba talaga yung kumpiyansa
Their leader.
of having the leader there. Sabete to Saet with a free ball. Gonzaga. Ooh. Another too strong of an attack for Chini Arroyo. Serving 8th. Myla Pablo on your screens. Montoniedo back to Arroyo this time. Soft touch, but you've got Phillips just reading into that play.
I mean, you can't give that off-speed attack straight to the hands of MJ Phillips. You have to remember, she's one of the tallest players for the Petro Gazz Angels.
Montoniedo setting it from the back. That was Troncoso. Troncoso, who currently has 2 points here in set 1. Saet to a birthday girl. Versosa. Oh. Another attack error there from Chini Arroyo to lead us to our second technical timeout. 69 in favor of the Petro Gazz Angels.
16 to none.
Bitin na kayo sa games? Watch all the replays at PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Plus 6 sports again. Volleyball fans, you're watching game 2 of the quarterfinals here in Inares Center at Antipolo City. It's the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles against the Petro Gazz Angels, but it is a Saturday doubleheader. After this, you'll have the Cherry Tigo crossovers against the Creamline Pool Smashers. Ayala would break down what's happening to the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles. We saw the team that won the last game in the first half, but it seems after that first technical timeout, they were kind of missing.
I mean, what worked for ZUS Coffee in their game 1 was their passing. That did work for them a lot, keeping them in system. But right now, the Petro Gazz Angels has been loading up in their serves, putting ZUS Coffee in a disadvantage in terms of offense. But a good point there for them, a much-needed point for them to try to trim down this big gap that Petro Gazz has built.
Good move from G. Zayed. Just the right amount of power to send that to the very back and have the Thunderbells scramming for the ball.
Petro Gazz Angels, they are playing more cohesively right now. Everyone chipping in the effort, chipping in the points. They just know they can't slow down against ZUS Coffee, but they have been giving away a few free points, especially on the service line. Let's see if ZUS Coffee can actually capitalize on that.
And I remember talking to Jonas Sabeta last year. She said, talagang, mahirap kalaban yung mga bata.
Right.
Kasi sasabay mo yung energy, but here they're able to, keep up with the pace of the energy of the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles. But a point here for the Thunderbells. And slowly trying to close the lead of the Petro Gazz Angels. Oh, good combination play.
And this is what we didn't see a lot in their previous game at game 1. The combination plays. Take a look at that one. Remy Palma giving Brooke Van Sickle a late block there. And you know, Brooke Van Sickle with even 2 blocks there, she can score a point. How much more with no blocks? But Petro Gazz has to slow down with those errors, especially on the service line.
But you said so yourself, Ayala. You were able to analyze that the Petro Gazz Angels are really doubling down on their serves. And, you know, the problem with doubling down on your serves is like that high risk, high reward.
That's right.
And it pays off. They have these really great service runs, but they also have a lot of service errors. They can afford to have it. The timeout called by Petro Gazz right now. 4-point lead for the Angels.
You see the parents of Brooke Van Sickle on your screens.
Celebrating her birthday
With
in
her.
Aris Center.
Much needed time out there for Coach Koji, playing it safe despite this 4-point lead.
Oh, great defense there by Brooke. Pablo again. She saw it. Back to Myla Pablo. Great effort from ZUS Coffee. Back set to Jonas Abete. You saw the look of frustration on Jovelyn Gonzaga's face.
I mean, she had a good angle on that ball, trying to save that one, but that was just a difficult redirection to that ball for a second touch.
And Joy Dacoron, one of the spokespersons of
Jonas Abete earlier.
Yeah, she was very eager to step in, as she is eager now to be the service specialist for her squad. Van Sickle.
Brooke Van Sickle overshoots that bump set to Jonas Abete. Errors piling up here for Petro Gazz, allowing ZUS Coffee to keep it closer in the end stretch.
But still, lead with the Petro Gazz Angels. Good serve from Chai Troncoso. A loaded one. Mondoñedo. Oh, finally, from Chini Arroyo, who has been trying to get a certain angle, a certain speed.
That's right. Earlier, he has been having faulty contact to the ball, and they will need Chini Arroyo. She was one of the players in double digits in their previous game.
And we need that same kind of performance throughout the match. Great save by Brooke. Pero nagkulang na yung effort ni Jenny Tempiatura.
Also a bit of a miscue there between Tempiatura and Sabete. The reason why Tempiatura wasn't able to get that ball over to the court of ZUS Coffee. So far, 3-0 run here for ZUS.
A bit too flat on that attack for Jonas Abete.
She wanted to go for the hands, the fingertips of ZUS Coffee, but not successful there. So another timeout here for the Petro Gazz Angels.
Di Palma, their team captain, reminding them to play in their own pace because it did work for them in the start of the set, even until the middle of the set. But right now, ZUS Coffee looking very resilient, just 1 point away in getting a deadlock here.
She saw it to MJ Phillips, a quick set to a quick attack. And I know they're supposed to do it at their own pace, but man oh man, they keep getting faster and faster.
That's right, and you have to credit that good first ball and the smart thinking of Chisai to go to MJ Phillips.
And you're wondering about that all-around great performance of ZUS Coffee. Where is it in today's match? We saw, and we're seeing rather, Petro Gazz Angels really a comeback with a vengeance here in set 1. Mondoñedo.
That error there, Mitch Gamit. She apologizes right away.
Janelle Cheng now setting 21-18. And the blocks that we're missing in game 1 are found everywhere here in game 2. That block of the set brought to you by East West Bank, the official bank of the PVL All-Filipino Conference. We go to another timeout.
Okay, hindi isa yung option. And then may pipe ka.
Balik ka. Di apat na spiker ha. Apat tayo. Chin, paikutin nyo. Yes, sir.
Well, it has been a story of runs here so far in the first set. Earlier, 4-0 run for ZUS Coffee, but right now it is a 3-0 run for the Petro Gazz Angels. Looking to close this out right now. The double sub has been working here for the Angels with Isa Maiso Puntillas and Janelle Cheng on the court.
Jonas Abete taking a breather.
Right.
Another attack error, Ayel, for the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles.
And they haven't been playing as efficient as they did in game 1, especially in terms of offense. Talking about ZUS Coffee.
Mondoñedo. Ball still alive. Back to Gamit. And finally inside. Stops the bleeding for ZUS Coffee.
And so far, one of the cleanest attacks here for ZUS Coffee. Mitch Gamit. Ad-libs there. Going at the end pocket of the Petro Gazz Angels, but you really have to credit the net defense of the Petro Gazz Angels, really trying to slow down the offense of ZUS Coffee.
Cheng to Phillips, ball still alive. Another ball outside. And I get it. For the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles, you see that the front line of Petro Gazz is pretty stacked right now. You want to try to send it to the back, right, to try to avoid the blockers, but
well, they haven't been successful so far. They're rushing too much here. They could not execute. Talking about ZUS Coffee.
Stable receive from Myla Pablo to a great attack. Cross court by Brooke Van Sickle to end set 1 in favor of the Petro Gazz Angels, playing with so much fire and heat. Let's look at this replay once more.
No, Brooke Van Sickle there, angling that one perfectly. Just the right amount of power and speed to beat the defense of ZUS Coffee.
Great set from Janelle Cheng as we go to our break and wait for set 2.
Player highlights, we got you covered. Subscribe now to the PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
watching Game 2 finals between the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles against the Petro Gazz Angels, ending set 1 in favor of the Angels 25-19. And again, if you were to describe that one set in one word, what would it be?
I mean, perfect somehow for the Petro Gazz Angels. I knew they have a couple of errors, but it was a perfect start for them, stepping on the gas right away, putting the intensity and aggressiveness in terms of offense and defense. So we saw them load up in their serves, and that really did challenge ZUS Coffee from their reception up until their offense. So right now, the Petro Gazz is at the right place, looking to extend this one, but it is the duty of ZUS Coffee to find their adjustments. As you see the numbers right now, more attack points for the Petro Gazz Angels, 14 against only the 8 of ZUS Coffee, and Petro Gazz also faring better in all other departments, actually even giving away more errors here. They have 10 errors, talking about the Angels against the 7 of ZUS Coffee. So it was really the effort from the Petro Gazz Angels from start to finish. There were moments in the set that the ZUS Coffee really tried to close the gap and tried to, steal away that set from the Petro Gazz Angels, but Petro Gazz was firm. This is our set, and they did end strong with Janelle Cheng and Isa Pontillas on the court with a double sub.
I mean, just to harp on to what you said, Ayal, they were firm. ZUS Coffee was the one dictating the pace initially. Right. Very quick, very fast pace. But the Petro Gazz Angels outpaced them. And they were playing quicker, more solid. That it was the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles who were not able to keep up with the energy of the Angels. But let's see if they'll be able to sustain that energy here in set 1.
Job Gonzaga right now starting for ZUS Coffee. You mentioned earlier, her presence on the court is very important because it keeps her team steady. She gets the first point here for ZUS Coffee.
And imagine playing, you're ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles, you're playing against veterans, right? It really helps to have someone like Ate Jovelyn Gonzaga in the court with you, on the court with you.
But Brooke Van Sickle not slowing down at all here in the second set. Take a look at that one. Going for the left hand, the loose hand of Thea Gagate to get that point.
Well, she's never one to slow down.
Yeah, for sure. Chini Arroyo there with a good answer. Massive swing for her.
That's back of the set brought to you by Duncan, pasalubong ng bayan.
And that's the Chini Arroyo that we know and we saw in game 1.
Avoiding the block.
Right.
And just such an emphatic attack there. But trading attacks is also Brooke Van Sickle as we check in with Franny Reyes for her report on the squads. Fran?
Talking about Jovelyn Gonzaga. Denise and I heard you guys talking earlier about Jovelyn Gonzaga, so I wanted to add to that conversation. Yes, she is the veteran ate of this team, and she actually was telling the girls earlier, kailangan natin ng composure, kailangan natin maging solution-oriented. Let's not look at the things that we're facing as problems, or rather, let's look at solutions that we can do to make the right adjustments. She told the girls to step up, to have stability under pressure, at kung masyado na yung pressure na na-feel nila, tanggalin na lang natin ang pressure and let's stick to the basics. Something that worked for them actually in game 1. She reminded them of their hunger and how that carried them throughout the first game and how it can carry them throughout this game as well. Back to you, Denise and Ayel.
Lots of things that Franny said that Chini Arroyo displayed with that attack. Composure,
hunger to get that 1 point.
Oriented, yeah. All applied in that play. And also Thea Gagate adding to that.
And right now with the ZUS Coffee having a more stable passing here, Claude Mondoniedo having more opportunities to set up the middles and to give better sets to the wing attackers. So we've seen good attacks right now coming from ZUS Coffee.
And the question always is, with a young team, will they be able to stay consistent? Because they played the same way that they did in set 1, but faltered in the latter half. So it's a game of being able to sustain this kind of play, confidence, and accuracy. Chisaet setting to Myla Pablo.
Well, great effort there coming from ZUS Coffee, but they gave away a chance ball to the Petro Gazz Angels, giving Chisaet a chance to set up a Myla Pablo. Classic down the line attack there.
Jono Sabete now serving. And, talking to, again, spokesperson of John, is saying that they're really trying to keep Sabete in check. They wouldn't want to push her because this is a long conference and they want to be able to play more games with her. So they said, John Sabete is the type of player who is all out.
Right.
But they said, wag muna. Matagal-tagal pa.
But you understand why they want her on the court. She's one of the most experienced players for Petro Gazz Angels. She used to be a starter, so she can really contribute and deliver. But that was a solid one coming from Jovelyn Gonzaga.
Let's look at that replay. Back set to Jovelyn, avoiding the blocks with so much speed and power. Saif to Phillips. Mondoñedo. Gonzaga. Another wide attack from Troncoso. A struggle that, she still hasn't found the cure for. Currently naman.
Slow game so far here for Chai Troncoso, was actually the leading scorer for ZUS in game 1.
Ball still alive. Great effort from Brooke Van Sickle. Saved by the ball.
I mean, Flo Mondoñedo had the right thing in mind. That was a tight ball on the net, wanting to swipe that on the hands of Brooke Van Sickle. But Brooke Van Sickle, she was smarter, pulled her hands in.
Mondoñedo. ZUS giving away a free ball. Chisaet. Scored. As we go to our first technical timeout, Petro Gazz still leading 8-5.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game natin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
Ang BFF na malalapitan, and so many BFFs also enjoying today's match here in Naris Center, or more than BFFs naman.
Friends, family is present right now.
And the energy right now here at Inaris Center is electrifying. Everyone is just so hyped with the matchups.
Reacting in every rally here.
The energy of the two teams we're playing right now, very contagious, felt by everyone here in the arena. Mondoñedo. Oh, great, strong block by Brooke Van Sickle. That block of the set brought to you by East West Bank, the official bank of the PVL All-Filipino Conference. She read that for the attack.
Solid rejection there. Hands well pressed in. That's how you execute a solid block. Everything going well right now for the Petro Gazz Angels. from all skill sets earlier. Good block coming from Brooke Van Sickle. Myla Pablo with that service ace, really loading up on that serve.
And it would do them a great injustice to say that Lady Luck is smiling upon them, because this is all hard work, grit, and hustle of the Petro Gazz Angels.
The Angels are going into this match knowing that they badly need to get this win. 6-0 run so far for the Petro Gazz Angels. And MJ Phillips has been highly productive every time she is on the front row.
11 serving 5, Ayel. That's a big gap right now. Solid blocks from Petro Gazz. We'll try again. Saet setting to Brooke. Blocked by ZUS. She tries again. This time straight to Jovelyn Gonzaga. Versosa to Troncoso.
Try Troncoso finding the better angle this time after being checked on the net. Take a look at that angle, really avoiding the hands of MJ Phillips. No one there for the Petro Gazz Angels.
The better reaction this time from Troncoso. Good serve. Saet to Phillips. Ball still alive. Maldonado gives away a free ball. Phillips again.
The Petro Gazz Angels has been spotless in transition play so far. Another chance ball from ZUS Coffee. MJ Phillips swinging high, going above the blockers that time. Just so difficult to defend on the floor there for ZUS Coffee.
And Ayel, just like adding synonyms. Perfect, spotless, ano yung synonym?
I'll think about it.
But ZUS Coffee didn't need any time to think about that attack because they need to stop their woes. Petro Gazz has been on a scoring spree and they finally end that.
And for ZUS Coffee, at this point of the set, they already want to keep it close because if Petro Gazz actually gets more points here, that just means more effort for ZUS Coffee to close the lead, and that's not what they want. They want to keep it close at this point right now.
And for ZUS, there's already so much effort in being able to dictate the pace. Much more trying to catch up. But the errors, Ayel, are like knives to the sides of ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles right now. They are bleeding.
They need to find a solution quickly.
Maldonado. And there you have it. They have to find more attacks like this that are off the block.
They need to recognize that Petro Gazz is having a good day in terms of blocking, so they need to be creative with their offense.
Bauer si Palma. Sabi niya, fine, wasn't able to block you properly. That must score right in your face.
And this is something that has been working for them. The tips, the soft touches that ZUS couldn't figure out.
And that's why they're calling for a timeout. That's just an end.
So anong adjustment natin? Naghihintay kayo ng malakas na palo, wala naman darating. Iayos nyo na lang, sige, sa information na lang, kahit ikaw yung target, sige. Ha? Kasi nagugulong lahat eh. Wala tayong magagawa, converted yung libero natin, di. Sumalo ko ng first ball.
Tara! Coach Jerry in the start of the timeout saying na naghihintay sila ng mga power hits, but it's actually not coming because it's quite clear that one of the game plans of the Petro Gazz Angels is to go for the power tips and the soft touches, and ZUS Coffee just has to be quicker on their feet to get into those balls because Petro Gazz here, another big lead they have created in this set.
15 serving 8. Maldonado to Arroyo. Tempiatura to Myla Pablo, cross court. From the back, Troncoso. Saet sets out for Pablo, off speed. And exactly what Ayala was saying, they are capitalizing on those attacks. As we go to our second technical timeout, Petro Gazz still leading 16-8.
Bitin na kayo sa games? Watch all the replays on PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Again, thanks for watching us here at the Inares Center in Antipolo City. It's our quarterfinals, and it's the Petro Gazz Angels against the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles. Thank you for everyone joining us live, and also everyone catching us on Filipinas Live app and on One Sports Channel 6 and One Sports Plus Channel 261.
Earlier we mentioned that the Petro Gazz Angels had a perfect start in this match, but right now in the second set they have been flawless because so far still no errors here for the Petro Gazz Angels. Meanwhile, ZUS Coffee has already given away 4 free points here. Thea Gagate giving Petro Gazz a dose of their own medicine here with a power tip. Great rebound there from Donna Sabete, but no support on the floor.
Chini Arroyo serving. Saet. Again, you know, it's the usual for Myla Pablo. And it's the usual that always works, right? And always hard to guard. A usual that has tons of variety when it comes to angle, speed. Only Myla Pablo.
That's right.
17 serving 19. Mondoniedo to Troncoso.
Too quick of an attack there. So much speed in that attack of Chai Troncoso that Remy Palma had no room to actually think about it, whether to let it go. The reason why she had to extend her arms there.
And that's good. You know, you have to find ways to keep and catch your opponents off guard.
Right.
Gagate to Gonzaga.
That was just a smart play for Jovelyn Gonzaga, seeing that the blockers adjusted and closing down her cross-court angle, going down the line this time. I mean, they opened up that door for one to actually go for the defense, but she wasn't ready for that.
Now just a 6-point lead for Petro Gazz Angels. Saet to Phillips, and they end the run of the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles with that attack.
For ZUS Coffee right now, they have to figure out how to stop MJ Phillips, because every time MJ Phillips is on the front row, setters have just been maximizing her.
And what a game for the Petro Gazz Angels. You know, talking to the team, they really did say they needed that loss.
Right.
That's a good way of putting it when it comes to perspective, because look at the way that they're playing now.
It was a wake-up call.
It was a wake-up call that they badly needed, and as Franny reported a while ago, it really caused them to reflect on what was wrong and to stop the complacency.
But right now, all doors shut here for Jovelyn Gonzaga. Again, going cross-court, going for the hands of MJ Phillips there, and Phillips just knowing which angle to close.
And Thiago check in for the ZUS Coffee. I'm sure Coach Jerry trying to find other players in his bench that could be a spark plug for the squad. 9-point lead already for Petro Gazz. Doniedo to Troncoso. Cheng was there. Temperatura sets that to Myla Pablo.
Nothing really going well right now for ZUS Coffee, but that's also because of how good Petro Gazz has been playing, the variety of players and the variety of attacks here. Chay Troncoso could not be in the right position to go for the defense.
And the Petro Gazz Angels just causing trouble.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, for ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles, who were probably in cloud 9 before the game started. But an error.
And Franny mentioned earlier that report that ZUS Coffee will definitely need a lot of composure, and right now is a time that they are actually tested here.
But there's no testing, Philip. She is a seasoned player, an experienced one at that, and she knows her shots. She's asking for it, and she delivers.
You feel that MJ Phillips and Remy Palma knows that they need to step up offensively today, because it was their contribution that was lacking at game 1 as Brooke Van Sickle gets another block there. You really have to commend the net defense of the Petro Gazz Angels here. Has been a big problem, so ZUS Coffee will still need this time to talk things out.
Yung dati yung first, nabalik nyo lang naman.
Stop ako sa middle. Uminisa, wala tayo na-stop sa middle. Kaya yun yung pumapatay lang.
Kayo ngayon yung walang pasensya. Kita nyo, puro lang kayo frustrated. Akala nyo kasi gusto nyo manalo kayo, panalo na kayo, tapos na yun. Naniniwala kayo sa naririnig nyo sa labas.
Coach Jerry actually pointing out there that they need to be patient, because Petro Gazz has putting in the effort, and right now ZUS Coffee, they badly need a quick side out here.
And apparently, just to take back what I said a while ago, still no errors, right, for the Petro Gazz Angels in set 2. Really playing like a well-oiled machine. That's just not the change oil.
Petro Gazz Angels now at a set point. So they get another solid rejection there. ZUS Coffee has to realize they need to load up on their coverage. They have to accept Petro Gazz has been reading them perfectly.
Oh, great effort there by Nicole Tiamzon.
Much net point there for ZUS Coffee right now. All they can do is try to build the momentum going to the next set.
Challenge, our first challenge called by the Petro Gazz Angels in set 2, and today's match, a ball in, ball out.
The Petro Gazz Angels, you know that their mindset is to really win this match with how they are playing right now, as clearly that ball went in. So point stays with ZUS Coffee, but they don't have any room for errors right now.
But a timeout will be called by Coach Koji.
Okay, guys? One pass, one good set, one good kill. Okay? Yun lang.
Hey, stay in the present. Let's
go! Outside in.
You are low. Pressure attack.
Yes, coach.
Serve also easy serve. Don't easy mistake. Don't error.
Hey, Petro Gazz Angels!
And you saw Coach Koji as, you know, ruthless as the Petro Gazz Angels right now, really telling them, just because you're in the lead, don't go easy.
Right. making sure that his players is in the right mindset to close this set and not relaxing at all.
And to think that they're already in the lead, right? But imagine that kind of mindset that he has right now. But sadly, it's an error for the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles that will lead to a second set win for the Petro Gazz Angels as we head on to set 3.
Player highlights, we got you covered. Subscribe now to the PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Sets to none. Petro Gazz Angels just dominating against the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles. Ayel, just I have no words.
Well, you said that's a dominant win there for the Petro Gazz Angels. They have been locked in all throughout this match. Everyone playing their role, getting the kill blocks, getting the offense going, and you see everyone knowing that they have to play a role. Isa Putillas and Janelle Cheng coming off the bench, and Nicole Chamson at the service line, and Chisa just orchestrating the offense flawlessly here. A balanced playmaking, everyone having a touch on the ball and contribution in terms of points. So an all-around effort really for everyone in the side of the Petro Gazz Angels. But ZUS Coffee has kept it close in terms of attacking in that second set. The Petro Gazz Angels has 13, ZUS Coffee with 12, but it was the blocking and the service of the Petro Gazz Angels that made the biggest difference, that allowed them to gain that big lead. And ZUS Coffee also committing more errors because Petro Gazz Angels did not even commit a single error in that second set. A perfect set for them, and that is something that we don't see often in all the games, having 0 errors. And
honestly, Ayel, I don't recall the last game I covered.
Right?
0 errors. If there are like any games that I've covered, actually, parang no.
So Petro Gazz, this is probably the first time I covered the game with 0 errors. So you just said the Petro Gazz Angels came in prepared with the right mindset and the right preparation, going against a very eager ZUS Coffee that right now they have really slowed down, and the ZUS Coffee just mentally trying to get back into the game, and that's gonna be a challenge for them here in the third set with Petro Gazz having 2 sets up already.
You said it correctly. Aside from perfect, another P word is prepared.
Yeah.
The Petro Gazz Angels, they did the off-court training so well that it's displaying on how flawlessly they're playing.
They're able to execute here right now as ZUS Coffee gets that point.
Saet. Combination play from Brooke Van Sickle, and yes, you heard the crowd go ooh on that one.
Worthy of a second look here. Take a look at Brooke Van Sickle fly and go for the pit.
Montañedo to Troncoso cross court. And there seems to be errors for the Petro Gazz. That miscommunication on that one. Two serving one. The lead with ZUS Coffee after a very long time. Ball still alive. Nabawi ni Arroyo. Saet back sets to Brooke. Check ball as we go to Franny for her report on the beams. Franny?
Denise and Ayel, after watching that second set, I'm reminded of my conversation with Myla Pablo, who told me that game 1, they really learned their lesson at ayaw nila na sila ang naghahabol sa ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles. And I think that perfectly encapsulates just the aggressiveness that they are showing in our match today. And that's something that, you know, we've seen 0 errors in that last set, 5 blocks, 2 aces. And actually, the middle blockers doing everything they can because they were a bit absent in game 1. Actually, MJ Phillips, who already has 8 points right now, told me that those blocks are a big deal for the Petro Gazz Angels because just having those touches, not even the kill blocks, but those touches are such a big deal for their defense. It allows them to create and convert more for the team. Right now, they're looking to end this in a decisive 3-setter, but anything can happen in the quarterfinals. Back to the panel.
Just to harp on to what Franny was saying a while ago, really, Petro Gazz trying to inflict the same kind of pain they felt during that previous game against the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles today. But the girls were saying, Petro Gazz, I mean, that pain is necessary. It's life's biggest, loudest megaphone, and they heard the message loud and clear.
And they don't want to experience that again. That's why they're playing like this right now.
Exactly. I mean, if you keep getting rejected and also contained, and that's Petro Gazz. They're known for all of their explosive attacks. That shakes you to your very core.
Right.
Muntik na si Jonas Abete.
A great effort there from Sabete, but that was a chance ball to ZUS Coffee, and they were able to take advantage of that. Chai Troncoso there, great angle. But they will need more of that from Chai Troncoso.
And we see Petro Gazz slowing down a bit, faltering as well. That's why ZUS Coffee able to stay close to them.
Myla Pablo with the kill. Down the line angle, avoiding the blockers, going to zone 1, right at the corner pocket.
I don't know how she does it.
She has mastered that skill of going down the line.
Versosa sets that to Troncoso.
Chai Troncoso right now attacking faster, using her risk action. Take a look at that one. Again, right in the same spot.
And that's that's what the fans want to see from ZUS Coffee. Just using their smarts, finding their ways. It doesn't have to be the quickest attack.
Right.
Speaking of quick, I don't know if my eyes were messing with me. That's back at the set brought to you by Duncan. Pasalubong ng bayan. Parang the ball like flattened.
It felt like a ball exploded.
Oh man. Philip just dropping bombs here. Arroyo trying to match that kind of intensity. From the back, Brooke Van Sickle. What a duo. Petro Gazz Angels leading 8-5.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
Petro Gazz Angels really turning up the heat.
Oh yeah.
Turned on that beast mode switch, and ZUS Coffee trying to turn it off.
Right now, Coach Jerry trying to find some sparks here. Joan Narit on the court right now.
And you're right, Ayal. ZUS Coffee is struggling to find sparks, but Petro Gazz just raining on their parade.
Oh, yeah. Instant contribution there for Narit. That's what you want from a player coming off the bench.
And that's signature Narit, actually. Yeah. Fresh off the bench, she's also hot and raring to go, ready to go. And she delivers. She is a steady player for ZUS Coffee. Saet, broke off speed. Oh, tricking the frontliners of ZUS Coffee on that one.
Yeah, a smart move there because Narit was coming off that serve and coming off the bench, still trying to find stability here. And Brooke Van Sickle going to her right away, making her move there in the floor defense.
This is like Petro Gazz Angels 4.0 with AI version. Oh, look at that attack. Listen to that attack by Chini Arroyo.
An explosive one there coming from Chini Arroyo. Taking advantage right now of having Chi Saet in the front row, one of the smaller blockers here for the Petro Gazz Angels.
She's deadly. She does those drops every so often.
Oh, your turn, Denise.
Just trying to get some energy from the Petro Gazz Angels. The ball has finally reached the panel.
They want you to be part of the rally.
No, thank you. I won't be able to survive the heat at the level that they're playing right now, especially Arroyo, who is providing to be that spark that Coach Jerry has been trying to look for in the bench, in his squad right now. And a 2-point lead, just a 2-point lead for the Petro Gazz Angels, shows how well ZUS Coffee
Jinx. You jinxed it. But right now, those are the kind of errors ZUS Coffee definitely would want to avoid. Errors from the first service line where they have full control over, and that's an automatic point to the Petro Gazz Angels.
Coach Jerry and his reactions providing relatable memes. Same coach, same. Mondoniedo to Gonzaga.
So Jovelyn Gonzaga has been consistent offensively here for ZUS Coffee, finding all angles, this time taking advantage of the late block of Remy Palma.
And we saw during the timeout, really the coaches having a one-on-one with Jovi Gonzaga, giving her specific instructions for the match. Jonathan Bete finally making noise. She has been quiet for some time when you've got Brooke Van Sickle and MJ Phillips. But my oh my, lest you forget Jonathan Bete, she's just reminding everyone, she back, she here.
And Cheetah having the luxury of having all these weapons today. And everyone actually having an A game.
Great setting from Chi's side. A service error there from Brooke. Then serving 12. Jonathan Bete again. But ball still alive. We saw the miscommunication there between Darit and Troncoso.
No one committed on that ball. It was a good effort there coming from Gonzaga and Chini Arroyo, but a miscue to end that sequence.
A wasted point for ZUS Coffee, really. Doniedo to Troncoso. Great reflexes by Myla Pablo. And even greater reflexes by Chai Troncoso. Bumabawi from that miscom right a while ago.
Making sure she gets a point of that regalo from the Coron.
And the smaller lead we're seeing here in set 3.
But another service error here coming from ZUS Coffee.
3-point lead for the Petro Gazz Angels. Jovi Gonzaga to Arroyo.
And Chini Arroyo has been known with those kinds of attacks, breaking through the hands of her blockers. She has always been fearless.
You gotta give credit to Jovelyn Gonzaga, who really, we heard her say, alis alis, to get a good receive for a strong serve from Sabete.
But MJ Phillips has been a main option here for the Petro Gazz Angels. What a game for her.
I'm just sighing.
We're out of words.
I'm
for
out
MJ
of words,
Phillips.
really. Her play speaks for itself.
Right.
You're hearing the cheers, the oohs and the ahs whenever she attacks. That says everything about MJ Phillips' game today. Mondoniedo to Arroyo again. Great solid block there by Phillips. She attacks with a soft touch. Kulang sa set with a high.
Right. She wanted to go for another tip, but the ball wasn't too close to the net that time. Miscalculated that one. Only a 2-point lead here for the Petro Gazz Angels.
And the game is definitely slower, but it's more nerve-wracking.
Right.
We're seeing longer rallies here in set 3. Again, the hesitation from ZUS Coffee to lead to the second technical timeout, with Petro Gazz still leading 16-13.
Bitin na kayo sa games? Watch all the replays on PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Ang BFF na malalapitan. We're just brimming with so many BFFs here at the Inares Center at Antipolo City. Everyone enjoying this action-packed game against the Petro Gazz Angels and the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles. Perfect, flawless, spotless. Petro Gazz Angels, synonymous. Pero ito naman, set 3, ZUS Coffee, not too far behind.
Right, they tried to pick up their game here. Still hoping they could extend this one.
Myla Pablo, one of the top scorers for the Petro Gazz Angels right now with 9 points, just 1 point shy from double digits. Meanwhile, her teammates who are in the double digits club, you have Brooke Vansickle and MJ Phillips, 14 and 11 points respectively.
Thea Gagate. Explosive attack that time. And no blockers there. Docoron tried to beat Thea Gagate in the net defense, just too late.
Saet to Brooke. Mondoñedo to Gagate again.
That set was a bit low there for Thea Gagate. She tried to adjust, but not enough space for her to do so.
She knew, didn't call a challenge on that one. Mondoñedo to Jovelyn Gonzaga. Oh, that was a tricky angle with a spin.
What an angle there. Take a look at that one. You really know that she was intentional going for that zone. A bit of a beach volley.
Yeah, a bit of a woozy there for the Petro Gazz Angels. 15 serving 17. Just some quick clarifications with the referees. Saet to Brooke. Mondoñedo to Gagate, who sets that to Jovelyn Gonzaga. Brooke tries again.
Too wide there for Brooke Vansickle, wanting to avoid the blockers, attacking from the right pin.
Timeout called by the Petro Gazz Angels.
It's okay. Be quick. What time of it? It's okay. Example, position 4. Be quick. B.
Koji there, giving Saet a specific play because if they want to secure the set, they need a side out right now to get the 2-point lead because ZUS Coffee really wanting to extend this match.
Just a 1-point lead now from the Petro Gazz Angels, 16 serving 17. Oh, great save there. Saet to Jonas Abete. And there's just a flurry of quick attacks from the Petro Gazz Angels. You get great setting by Mommy Saet.
Now Petro Gazz is playing with a faster tempo here, and ZUS Coffee couldn't just keep up, especially on the defense.
Joe Gonzaga to Troncoso gives away a free ball. Oh, a miscom from a free ball.
Myla Pablo and Jonas Abete both going for the tres. And no one there at the left pin.
Another Jonas Sabete quick cross-court attack.
Bounce back point there after committing that miscue. Chisaya just choosing the right attacker at the right time there.
And that's chemistry. That's years of playing together, seasons. You just know. Two-point lead for Petro Gazz, 19 serving 17. And Montañedo scores a point of her own.
Surprising Petro Gazz Angels there with that 1-2 play. ZUS Coffee still keeping it close. Composure will be definitely a key here for both teams.
And this is a learning lesson for ZUS Coffee and how they're able to maintain themselves during crunch time. Montañedo to Arroyo. Pablo.
And this is why rebounds and checks on the ball are important, because that allowed Petro Gazz to get the chance ball and convert that point.
Janelle Cheng. And on your screens, you have Botillas also checking in, and you know what this means.
Yeah.
The closers.
The double sub that has been
They're on
highly
the court.
effective.
Coach Koji's like,
This is it.
just end this. It's a sign of the end of time.
And also still getting some help here from ZUS Coffee with another error.
Montañedo from the back. Myla Pablo this time going around with a strong push.
And the variety of attacks coming from Myla Pablo has kept ZUS Coffee guessing every single time what kind of attack she was gonna do this time, going for the power tip, and no one there for ZUS Coffee.
In between the block.
Right. Angle shot there coming from Chini Arroyo. Wasn't able to go for that explosive approach, but find the right angle to get that point. Myla Pablo caught off guard in that sequence.
19 serving 22. Montañedo back to Arroyo. Oh, an attack error. Too wide, too strong. She rushed that one, and she knew it.
Yeah. She wanted to go to zone 1. She knew no one was there for the Petro Gazz Angels. But again, she was rushing, so she wasn't able to execute it perfectly.
Nicole Tiamzon, Jonas Sabete spokesperson number 2, checking back in.
And service specialist.
Service specialist.
Specialist.
Oh, great trick there by Thea Gagate. A soft touch.
The rare times she went for that soft touch, really pulling the floor defense there. Temperatura had to stretch her arms, but wasn't able to go for the pancake save.
Free ball. Cheng. Montañedo, Gonzaga, inside.
Gonzaga getting that block touch to get that point. ZUS Coffee still alive here.
That's why Petro Gazz is calling for a timeout.
Reset first. Slow down. Slow down. No need to rush.
One good pass, guys. One good pass. Go, go. I'm gonna say, go. Come on.
Alma telling her teammates to relax, no need to rush. Meanwhile, Coach Koji also saying be aggressive in offense.
Petro Gazz 2 points away from winning set 3. This is what you want to see from ZUS Coffee, and you can hear the crowd cheering for them. Myla Pablo checks back in for Nicole Tiamzon.
So ZUS Coffee also with a good front row here with Chini Arroyo, Tea Gagate, and Rob Gonzaga.
Overtime 23 ZUS.
Now Petro Gazz with back-to-back errors here. They are opening the doors for ZUS Coffee.
And ZUS Coffee rattling Petro Gazz. Oh, that was a deadly read for Troncoso.
And you know at this crucial point, who will the setter go to? Janelle Cheng going to Brooke Van Sickle. And you know Brooke Van Sickle will do everything and anything to get that point for the Petro Gazz Angels.
And this would be an amazing birthday gift to Brooke Van Sickle. For ZUS Coffee and Petro Gazz here in set 3.
Huge errors coming from the Petro Gazz Angels. Let's see if ZUS Coffee can capitalize on those. More errors coming here. Rotational error from the Petro Gazz Angels.
Set point for ZUS Coffee. Temperatura. Margo Pontilla. And that was her redemption because I think it was in the position, if I got that right.
That was a perfect set coming from Cheng, and Pontilla, being a veteran player, knows what to do with that set. Soft touch. No one there for ZUS Coffee.
Jonas Sabete back in, and she saw it as well. 17 excellent sets for number 17, she saw it. And Denedo. Temperatura to Sabete.
Jonas Sabete breaking through the walls of the ZUS Coffee.
My heart.
Through the hands of Tea Gagate.
Truly just being not to the faint-hearted.
Oh, yeah.
Showing the strong resolve of both teams in this set. Mondeñedo. Gonzaga.
ZUS Coffee keeps on fighting back in the tail end.
They did say that nangibabaw yung puso sa set 1. I mean, sa game 1, and that was the reason for their win. We're seeing that heart of theirs. Saet.
That's a bullet coming from Brooke Van Sickle. Tea Gagate could not contain that one. But Brooke Van Sickle now going on the back row, going to serve for the Petro Gazz Angels. And we know Brooke Van Sickle is a lethal server.
And there you have it. Fans rejoicing. This amazing 3-set win for the Petro Gazz Angels. What a bounce back from their 3-set loss against the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles. But good news for volleyball fans because we still have Game 3 because of it.
Petro Gazz Angels, they came in prepared and they executed a spotless second set for them. ZUS Coffee fought back in the third set, but it was too late for them to find that momentum because Petro Gazz had all the confidence to finish up this match in 3 sets.
25-19, 25-13, 28-26. We'll be right back after the break.
Player highlights, we got you covered. Subscribe now to the PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
What a game by the Petro Gazz Angels. A 3-set win against the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles. And Franny Reyes is with our player of the game, the amazing MJ Phillips.
Thank you so much, Denise. Yes, I am with our player of the game, none other than the GOAT herself, MJ Phillips. First of all, congratulations. But we have to talk about that extended last set. What happened? What was going through your mind? And how did you guys come up on top at the end of it?
We were kind of just a little giddy. We just wanted to end the point and like next one, and just finish the set. But we just kept reiterating to each other like to calm down and like let's just focus 1 point at a time. And I think we really honed in and stayed together.
I like how you talk about, staying together. How does that, connection that you have with the setters, but with the whole team help in these types of situations where, you're faced with a do or die or a possible extension?
Well, the last couple of practices, we really all came together and talked about what happened the first game, and we decided right then and there that our performance, we weren't going to do that again, and we just came out firing, and I'm so happy with my team.
Now, you guys have mentioned time and time again that a best of 3 series is a blessing for you right now. What is on the practice plan in preparation for Game 3?
Defense, blocking, and just keep the energy up. Well, never say die.
Never say die. Now, today is Brooke Van Sickle's birthday. Any greetings that you have for her, for the Petro Gazz Angels fans who are here with us in the Inara Center? Go ahead.
Happy birthday, Brooke. I hope you like this present, and thank you, Petro Gazz fans, for always supporting us.
Thank you so much. Once again, that's MJ Phillips, your player of the game. MJ, Petro Gazz, Game 2 is yours, and we are going to Game 3.
And both squads have one win apiece, leading to a do or die Game 3. What a game. What heart. And just amazing plays from both squads. We saw the best of ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles in Game 1, and we saw the best of the Petro Gazz Angels in Game 2, but who will be triumphant? But let's look at some match highlights. There were lots, especially for the Petro Gazz Angels.
That's right, because the Petro Gazz Angels really started strong in this match. They know that they can't have a slow start against a very eager ZUS Coffee. So from the get-go, they really shut down the energy and the confidence of ZUS Coffee in this match. They prepared so well. They were able to execute, everyone playing their role. The double sub was very effective, and Isa Puntillas and Janelle Cheng. But the blocking was on point. The offense was on point for all the players. So it was really a great show of teamwork on the side of the Petro Gazz Angels. Meanwhile, for ZUS Coffee, this is a game where they probably learned a lot. They know that they can't have a slow start despite getting the Game 1 against the Petro Gazz Angels. So they have to go back to the drawing board and just hope that their preparation can be good enough to challenge a very confident and a very eager Petro Gazz Angels in Game 3.
If anything, the ZUS Coffee has had a glimpse, a taste of a win that they could do it. And it is really just going against a veteran team, and they've done it already. Who is to say that they can't do it again? Let's look at some of the match statistics.
Just really a high-quality volleyball for the Petro Gazz Angels in this match. 47 attack points against the 37 of ZUS Coffee. But take a look at the kill blocks. They were able to improve. Only 4 kill blocks in game 1. But this game, 7 kill blocks and a lot of rebounds. Meanwhile, only 2 for ZUS Coffee after getting 11 kill blocks in game 1. So that's one department that made a big difference for both teams. And ZUS Coffee committing more errors here. 20 errors the whole match against the 18 of Petro Gazz. Again, there was that second set that Petro Gazz did not commit any errors. 0 errors for them. And I guess that actually gave them more confidence going to the third set and closing this out, sweeping ZUS Coffee at game 2.
Amazing play again by the Petro Gazz Angels. But we've got one more game. Coming up is the Cheritigo crossovers against the Creamline Coal Smashers. The Petro Gazz Angels really locked in, perfect, spotless, flawless against the ZUS Coffee Thunderbelles that led them to a wonderful comeback 3-set win against the latter team. On behalf of the broadcast panel, I'm Denise inside with my partner, Ayel Estranero and Franny Reyes. Thank you so much for tuning in. And again, more games coming up here at the PVL, the heart of volleyball.